G'day folks. It's been a little while, about a month, 5 weeks. I've just had a break from everything. Noticed in the last 12 months I've put up, I think it's over 50 videos. So, you know, with the engine build and what's been going on, and yeah, I've really had a pretty full-on last sort of 12 months with the car. So I've just down tools and just had a break. So, but as it stands, the car's, you know, like from the last time I put them few little videos up, I had a blast down there that day, and car's running faultlessly, so no complaints whatsoever. I've actually addressed a few little niggly fluid leaks. I had one in the power steering off the actual rack on a banjo fitting. It was like a washer with a bit of fine rubber on the inside, and that had actually tore through. So I ended up putting copper washers on it, fixed it. So got a tiny little oil leak in the engine. Actually, you wouldn't believe it, but it's on the drain plug. I thought it was coming out of the sump, but it turns out it's actually out of the drain plug because it's still bloody leaking sitting there. So yeah, I'm going to have to, when I do an oil change, I think I'll wait until I do an oil change and I'll fix that. So, but other than that, everything's fine. It's all good, ready to go for the next club day, which is in a couple of weeks. I'm pretty excited about it all. But this is the big plan, and I'll have a bit of a talk to you. I won't take too much time. I haven't been known to babble on a bit. But I've been thinking, guys, that this engine that I've built, there's a bit of a weak link in it. Now, it's a great stepping stone. This is the direction where I'm going to go. But this engine has been a great stepping stone from standard performance. Like basically that engine that I had in it originally was basically a completely standard engine, and no real upgrades in the strength department, and it lasted well. You know, hence the caps were getting a bit loose, but really it's not a bad little engine. It's survived quite well. This one, yes, it's the next step, but I feel that the weak link is the block. Now, the more you learn and the more you find out things, and you know, on this journey of life, as we call it, everyone's on the same journey. No matter what you're doing in life, you're always learning. I've got absolutely no regrets building this motor, but saying that, I feel that 7 pound at the minute is absolutely reliable. For me at the moment, things running nice, okay? But I don't know if it's actually going to be quite reliable up around the 12 sort of pound mark. And you know, a lot of people probably say, oh, but it's only 12 pound. But 12 pound with this engine is quite a fair jump, because the way the heads are, like you've got to really, you know, they're nearly 500 out of the box, these heads, you know, 490. So the flow potential of the heads is quite amazing just with no boost. So it doesn't take much boost to really get this thing going. There's no restriction in that sense. So I think 12 pound I think everything is going to change. My biggest worry is with this engine is the caps and the actual strength of the block. That's my biggest concern at the moment. I think it's okay. Look, to be honest, you could probably go up 12 pound with you know, get the timing sorted, and you do a bit of a run here and there. But see, circuit racing is a lot different to drag racing or short you know, bursts. So down at circuit racing is very hard. It's you know, like marine is probably even harder than circuit racing, where your engine is like in a marine engine that's in a boat. It's completely flat stick, you know, like a ski boat. You know, these turbocharged, supercharged things you see. Circuit racing, on the other hand, is not much better. It's your sustain revs and lap after lap, it's relentless. You know, if you're doing, you know, we're doing 4 to 6 laps depending on how many people are there that day, and it's quite hard on the car. And you're on boost for anywhere up to 10 to 15 seconds at a time. You don't get much of a rest, then you're back on it again. It's quite hard on it. So I feel that reliability is fine if I can get this cooling under control, which is a work in progress. That once things change up to 12 pound or 10 to 12 pound, I don't know. I'm just not real confident. So at the minute, I'm just going to leave it on 7, and I've actually got another direction. Another plan. I'm actually going to build another motor. This one will have to stay in the car for at least a couple of years, 2, maybe 3 years. But I've got plans to build another motor. Now, one that'll survive big revs and big boost. Because ultimately, that's really what I want. I want something that's, you know, that's quite incredible power. You know, I'm just scratching the surface with it at the moment, and you know, learning, doing my so-called turbo apprenticeship, and just taking my time, not rushing. And I want to be thoroughly educated before I even go down the road and really turn the boost up. So it's just going to be a small step, and I want to learn and get a good tune going, and just keep soaking it up like a sponge. So, but anyway, I'm going to buy another block. It's a Greg Bennett. There's a bloke in Melbourne that's actually making aftermarket cast iron early Holden V8 style blocks. They've got all the good stuff in it. Thick bores, extra studs, holes for studs on the head, so you've got a six stud to clamp your heads down. He's developed heads with his torque power heads that accommodate this block. Priority oil mains, all the good stuff. Really thick bores, thick decks. Apparently Holden's quite thin in that respect. They're not real thick in the deck. So these are a real trick bit of gear. He's got a fella, he said, that bought one of his blocks and is making 1700 horsepower reliably. And I think he said he'd done 6,000 Ks? Is that right? Yeah, 6,000 kilometres I think he said, and he hasn't had an issue with it. So strength-wise, it's the way to go. So I'm going to, maybe in the next video, I'll actually talk a bit more about this block, but this is just a quick run through on what direction I'm going with the car at the moment. And because I don't really, look, at the end of the day, guys, I don't want to blow this motor up. I've put a lot of money into it, and I just want to, I'd rather just play it a bit safer. And look, I'm making good power now, fantastic power. I think it's, and to be honest, I feel there's a good 600 to 650 flywheel horsepower, and I'm doing it so easy, and it's reliable, you know, and I don't have to worry, and that's a great feeling, not having to get nervous about, you know, what's going to happen with it. Is it going to let go or fail on me? Because you know, I put a lot of money into it, and I just want to keep the thing running while I'm learning and building this, you know, this new engine. That's one that's going to really really handle the boost. And of course, I can keep driving and learning with this and enjoying it. So that's my little goal at the minute. Like I've got a club day in a couple of weeks. I'll put a video up then. I'm just about to order some shock absorbers for it. I've just realised that the thing was axle cramping down there. The rear shocks are gone in it. They're terrible, really bouncy. And so I'm getting all new shocks. I'm going to go Bilsteins. So we'll have a talk. I'll put a video up about that. And I'm going to get back up on deck. I'd like to put a video up at least once a week, but if it's once a fortnight, you know, as a minimum. So yeah, I'm very excited again, and yeah, it's all good, guys. So I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here. So I'll put a vid up very soon when I get the shocks, and I'll have another talk about this block. It's just a little teaser, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. I'll catch you later.